My mother, Darlene, said I owed her everything because she gave birth to me, so I gave her exactly what she gave me. She called 6 times a day with demands. Drop everything and drive her to the store because she gave me life. Cancel my plans to clean her house because she carried me for 9 months. Skip my friend's wedding to organize her closet because she went through labor for me. Every request ended the same way, a reminder of how much she suffered and how the least I could do is whatever she wanted. She'd call me at work and demand I leave immediately to pick up her dry cleaning because 36 hours of labor meant I owed her for life. If I said I couldn't, she'd scream that I was ungrateful after everything she sacrificed. She told anyone who would listen that she destroyed her body having me, and I couldn't even do simple favors. She kept a hospital bill for my birth in her purse like a prop, pulling it out to prove what I cost. My brother, Mark, lived 5 minutes away, but she rarely called him. When I asked why, she said boys didn't understand what mothers went through, and besides, she almost died having me, so I specifically owed her more. She claimed the doctor said I was the most difficult birth he'd ever seen. When I asked my Aunt Patrice, she said it was completely normal. Darlene didn't blink. She'd invent complications because guilt worked. She'd limp around me, insisting I damaged her hips during birth, then play tennis 3 times a week. The worst part was how she timed it. She waited until I had something important, then demanded I prove my loyalty. Job interview? The garage had to be cleaned immediately because labor pains. Anniversary dinner? We had to run to 5 different stores right now because epidural complications. My daughter's recital? Her taxes needed organizing on the spot because 18 stitches. She even missed my wedding because she scheduled a spa day at the same time, then told me I should understand. She was still recovering from my traumatic birth 28 years later. She showed up at my house unannounced and expected me to cook because feeding me for 18 years meant I owed her meals forever. She took things from my home, saying she deserved them after everything she provided when I was a kid. Once she took my television and said, straight-faced, that since she bought my diapers, anything I owned was technically hers. When I had my daughter Lila, Darlene got worse. She compared my easy labor to her alleged near-death experience having me. She told Lila that mommy didn't love her as much as grandma loved mommy because my labor was only 6 hours and hers was 36. She refused to babysit, saying she'd already raised her kids, but then complained that I never let her see her granddaughter. She wanted all the grandmother privileges with none of the responsibility because in her mind, she'd already done her job by giving birth. The breaking point came when she demanded I skip Lila's 5th birthday party to take her to a casino 3 hours away. Lila won't remember the party, she said, but I'll never forget my ungrateful daughter abandoning the mother who nearly died in childbirth. I said, no. She called my family and announced I'd become selfish since having an easy birth, and I didn't understand real maternal sacrifice. Then she told my daughter that mommy loved parties more than grandma. That's when I decided to use her logic instead of fighting it. I made a list. She fed me for 18 years, so she'd get 18 meals. She drove me places as a child, so she'd get 18 rides. She bought me clothes, so she'd get 18 clothing items, 1 for 1, no lifetime debt. At first, I didn't tell her I was counting. I just kept track. When she demanded a ride to her friend's house, I took her and marked it. Ride 1 of 18. When she ordered me to cook, I cooked. Meal 1 of 18. Shopping trip, errands, favors. Each one went into the ledger. After a month, when she'd burned through 12 rides, I started saying the number out loud. I need you to pick me up, she'd snap. I can, I'd say. That'll be ride 13 of 18. She laughed at first, assuming I was joking, until she hit ride 18. When she called for ride 19, I said no. I told her I'd repaid every ride she gave me as a child. By her own rules, we were even. She screamed that it didn't work that way, so I handed her the words she'd used on me for years. If everything was transactional, then the transaction was complete. And if raising a child wasn't something you repaid, then she didn't get to collect on it anymore. The rides were done. The meals ran out next.